or chocolate cream filled. The only caramel good enough to eat all by itself.
In the next half hour, Weather Center, a comprehensive national forecast. At 40 after, Weather Center continues with highway and air travel conditions. Then the weekend outlook. And at 50 after, Storm Watch. But right now, it's your local forecast on the Weather Channel.
A persistent area of low pressure continues to trek its way up the eastern seaboard, making for a gloomy, wet day in the northeast. Good afternoon. Welcome to Weather Center. I'm Rich Johnson.
And I'm Lisa Noser. It's light rain that is falling in Atlantic City to Boston today, and those of you that are in the southeast, in the mid-Atlantic regions, not shaping up too badly, but we do have some rainy weather and some windy conditions to tell you about. So kind of gloomy, but it could be worse. Let's take a look first. The rain is coming down hard across the northeast. Philadelphia, the city of brotherly love this morning. You had to have that umbrella out. Otherwise, the rain was a bit of a nuisance. Showers moved into the area early this morning, and boy, do we have to put the brakes on if you were doing some traveling by car or by bus, and watch out for the pedestrians with those slicksters, lots of umbrellas and raincoats. We continue to see rain in the area, but let me just point out that it has been mainly light to moderate rain showers. Some of the heavier rain has been over towards the Massachusetts, Connecticut, and Jersey shoreline. It's all due because of this low pressure area that's offshore. There's not a lot to push it out of the way, and so what we see is what we get and what we will continue to get until this low pressure area moves a little further away. And it's going to take some time to do that. Maybe tonight, overnight tonight towards the Philadelphia area, things will begin to improve. But you'll notice all the way from Hyannis, Rhode Island, Long Island, rain showers, and we have seen a few rumbles of thunder over the coastal waters. Not a real good boating day. The seas are a bit choppy. However, we had a heavy surf that was allowed to expire, so we're not looking at the seas quite as choppy as they were when this low first pulled over into the area earlier this morning. Overnight, really. Looking at the satellite imagery, you can point out the low pressure area here, see our frontal boundary trailing all the way down towards the Caribbean, and you'll notice that on the backside we have lots of cloudy skies all the way from Pennsylvania down to Cherry Point, North Carolina. We're seeing rain showers there also. Taking a look at the temperatures, Boston right now 51 degrees, Albany winds out of the northeast at about 15 miles per hour. The current temperature is 62, and in DC we're looking at temperatures in the 60s, 60 degrees, and we have winds here out of the northeast at about 15 to 20 miles per hour. We are going to continue to see temperatures a little bit milder to the south with that cloud cover. You'll notice the Carolinas looking at lots of 50s, and we do have a few showers that have been heavy at times in and around the Wilmington, North Carolina area. Florida shaping up pretty nice right now. Temperatures beginning to climb into the 70s, and that's how we're shaping up towards the east. Rich?
Well, as we head to the west, we find warm temperatures from the plains to the southwest, but the Pacific Northwest is cooling off thanks to an approaching front. Let's see if we can find that out there. And again, here's the temps as we check out the west a little bit more detail. This is the way it's looking. As Lisa runs for cover over to the northwest, here comes the cold front, and we're looking at some of the rain still coming in toward areas like Seattle, down to Portland, up through the Dalles. Burns seeing some rain today all the way down to San Francisco. Much of the interior, real nice day. Check out the temps, 50s and 60s, quite common. 81 degrees for you in Phoenix. Beautiful day today. Over toward the western coast, clouds coming on in associated with the next front, and you can even see some of the cloudiness heading down toward the southland to California, but the Four Corners region under a good deal of sunshine today. Here's the visible picture. Tremendous shot here. Beautiful day. Look at all the sunshine out there. This whole state of Arizona, New Mexico under the sunshine. I point this out occasionally. I don't know if you noticed, but check out some of the snow on the mountains. The Uinta Mountains in Utah. Here's the Wasatch. Colorado Rockies, the Front Range. You can see the Tetons all the way down to the High Sierra, the southern end anyhow. That's simply snow on the mountains being reflected by the sunlight, so you can see the snow. Also, right down here, that one little white dot, White Sands, New Mexico, the bright white sand reflecting also the sunlight. To the northwest, clouds and rain. Rain heading up towards Seattle, down toward Portland, as well as moving east of San Francisco. Over to San Francisco, some showers have moved away. A bit of a break, but more rain heading up toward Marin County, and heaviest the rain actually up toward the Napa Valley, scooting up toward the Shasta-Siskiyou. Heading up the road a piece up toward the Dalles, some rain showers have been around. The heaviest of the rain not showing up on the radar, but out at Burns. Heavy rain reported last hour. Don't see that too often because usually east of the Cascades, much drier than west of the Cascades. Common sense thing there. Up toward Seattle, here comes the rain, lifting up past Olympia, Seattle, heading up toward Bellingham. So keep the umbrellas handy today. It's a wet one. Here's your forecast for early evening. The northeast, rain showers right up along Long Island and stretching back across the Carolinas. Maybe the Tidewater back over to Raleigh and Charlotte, scattering the showers. Maybe Atlanta, Columbia, similar deal. Much of the central United States under high pressure, a bit warmer today than it was yesterday because we have clockwise flow. And when you start getting the high moving to the east, that means the winds are coming out of the south. And eventually, these winds here are going to hook up with this front. We're going to see a storm into the plains. But for tonight, anyhow, the rain into the northwest into California. Some of the snow will continue. And you know what I meant to mention also? Southern Appalachians today will probably continue to see a bit of snow, upwards of